What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and today we have another episode of the PvP series, the Adamantium Process. Today's episode is going to be number 12 in the series, and it's going to feature a team with an Infiltrator Power Armor Agent, Omega Sentinel, and once again Tactician Phoenix. My agent is equipped with Hotshot, Signpost, Hard Knocks, and the Scroll of Angolob. And this team has been doing incredibly well on offense. It's winning almost every single attack. As far as my opponents, they're going to be using very similar teams. It was really hard to find a variety. This season, I'm seeing the same teams over and over again. And most of these teams consist of Phoenix and Kitty Pryde. Probably over half my battles are against this team. So I'm pretty good at taking it out. I never lose to it. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, if they're using a Phoenix that's a blaster, and you have the Tactician Phoenix, you're going to destroy her. Just keep attacking her, and make sure she doesn't use Phoenix Fire. Now, for these other characters, I'm going to show you how to handle them. I know the battle has already started, but while my opponent uses Hotshot on me, I'm going to tell you the secret to Kitty Pryde. Number 1, obviously do not attack her when she starts phased and she has Strike from the Shadows. But the Scroll of Angolob will remove Strike from the Shadows, so any buff remover should be able to take that from her. Now the next problem is she hits incredibly hard, especially with her sneak attack, which comes out from phased. Now the way you get around this is, she will miss this attack, and all of her attacks, if you're using Omega Sentinel, and you use her ability Hologram Array, which gives you mirror images. Or you can use another character, or something like Digital Decoy, to give you mirror images. Kitty Pryde will not hit you as long as that's on you. She misses me every single time. Now for teams like this one that are using a bruiser agent, it actually is a pretty good idea. So how you get around that with Omega is, make sure you do not leave her on Scrapper, and you might as well leave her on Bruiser. So what you would do is, if you're going to cast her ability that gives you mirror images, you switch to her Tactician first, cast it, and by that I mean cast Hologram Array, and then switch all the way to Bruiser, and use either the Defense Array ability, or you can use her Heal ability, or something like that. And try not to attack their whole team, because Shadowcat's not out of phased yet. But if you do have a Hotshot and you want to try to get stuns on the Agent and Phoenix, that's sometimes worth a try, but not when Strike from the Shadows is on. You do not want to get hit with that move, so you have to remove that first before you try something like that. I also want to mention I'm using the Infiltrator Power Armor because there are a lot of Tacticians out there. And if you've been playing PvP, you probably noticed, if it isn't this team, it's going to be a team with Rescue or Magneto. And so they're Tacticians, and so that's why I'm using the Infiltrator Power Armor. It also lowers damage from melee attacks, which players like Kitty Pryde use. She hits you with melee attacks other than Lockheed. If they're using infiltrators like this team, that really is better than using the Blaster Phoenix. And we do have a Tactician Phoenix, so they're going to get combat reflexes. The good news is, Phoenix will not get counterattacked. So you don't have to worry about them directly counterattacking Phoenix, just because she's a Tactician. As you can see, you can go ahead and hit Phoenix, and there's no retaliation. And that's of course because she uses a Psychic attack. If you're using Omega Sentinel, then she of course starts as a Scrapper. So it's actually not that bad that they have Infiltrators, because she's going to get a double attack. So right here we're using Plasma Torch to gain strengthened. And then we're going to hit Shadowcat extremely hard with our Plasma Blast. And it did over 14k there, and I've seen it do 30-some thousand. That's probably one of my biggest hits. It could probably break 40,000 for me if I had some more buffs on her. Now we're going to move on to the next battle. It's going to be against the old familiar team, Emma Frost and Phoenix. And they have an agent wearing the new Infiltrator armor. The computer of course made a mistake and started with the scroll, which is things that they do for your team too, so you shouldn't feel too bad about it. It's those type of decisions that cause us to lose so many defensive battles. But anyways, Emma Frost is kind of the scary character here. You're seeing they're using all infiltrators. I really don't like when people do that. I mean, I guess it's okay for my opponent to do it, but I would never ever go with a full team of anything. If you get matched up against scrappers, you're going to be in a world of pain. So you kind of want to have at least 2 different classes on your team. And usually you want something that complements or covers your weakness. So if you have an infiltrator, then a scrapper is going to double attack you. So it would be good to have a bruiser with them, because the scrapper will enrage the bruiser. And this is one of the reasons why Omega Sentinel is so powerful, because she has 3 different classes, and she can pick and choose which one she wants. Phoenix, I know, is on my team as well, but I speak the truth about her. She's going to cast that Mind Link 90-some% of the time. Every once in a while she does something different, and my theory is, I think she has to maybe go first, and she'll use something like Telekinesis rather than Mind Link. But she's usually going to use Mind Link, and that's kind of a waste of a turn, especially if the opposing player just goes ahead and uses Scroll and removes it. So what will Phoenix do on the next turn? Well, she'll just cast Mind Link again. So that's really a waste, and that's why she's somewhat of a liability during defensive battles. But on offensive battles, she's really hard to top. Mostly, the defensive AI is going to kill someone and allow her to cast Phoenix Fire. And she also has that Resurrect ability, so she's kind of like a safety net. But I will try to use someone else in the next episode. This team was just working so well, and I was climbing the charts and getting into the Adamantium League. So I had to show you what I've been using, rather than just going ahead and making a video with a team that I really didn't use. Now, since Phoenix just went, we don't have to worry about her casting Phoenix Fire for a while. So we can feel free to take one of their players out. This will of course proc Death and Rebirth, but as long as you deal with Phoenix before her next turn, you don't have to worry about Phoenix Fire. Now right now, with Omega Sentinel, we're going to switch over so that we can use our big damage ability. And we can take out pretty much either their agent or Phoenix. I'm going to go ahead and get their agent, and that's because she has the next turn. And then we still have our agent to hopefully finish their Phoenix. So here's Emma casting Mental Trauma, which is a very dangerous ability, especially if she has Cosmic Power, does tons of damage. We're going to use Signpost, and then we do have Hotshot available. So it should be able to take Phoenix down at least enough for a debuff to finish her if this doesn't. And luckily it finished her because Cosmic Power probably would have procced and saved her. I say that just because that's pretty much my luck. Whenever I'm about to finish someone with debuffs, they always proc Cosmic Power and live. Now we just have Emma Frost, and she shouldn't be any problem to take out, especially with a Scrapper Omega Sentinel. So there she goes. Another one in the books, and now on to the next team. We're going to be facing Rescue and Quicksilver. Both of these characters can get pretty annoying. I advise you to take out Rescue first and as fast as possible. And that's because she'll always cast shields and heals, and I've seen her bring herself back from the brink of death before, and it was just really frustrating. So now I make sure to go after her and try to take her out. They are using the Scrapper outfit, so they're able to hurt my Infiltrator with a double attack. But we'll be happy if we can just go ahead and get some stuns with the Hotshot. So of course we always use the Signpost. And then we're going to go ahead and try Hotshot and see how many stuns we get. And hopefully we stun Rescue, because she has her next turn coming. If not, then she's probably going to use Flyby Attack, and then she'll use her Protect or Shield or something like that. And here comes the Flyby Attack, of course. It's pretty annoying because normally you would counterattack a Tactician, but that stops you. So there she goes, used her protect. And we're going to switch Omega Sentinel over right away. And we're going to use Mirror Images, Hologram Array. And that's just in case. It's just a really good idea to have that on. It's amazing that she has it built in. Next, we're going to switch to Bruiser, and we're going to go ahead and use the heal. So now we have a heal on everyone, and that'll continue to go. So that's yet another reason to use Omega Sentinel. And I love having a heal with Phoenix. That way you can try to delay her resurrection ability as long as possible. And when someone gets resurrected, you can hopefully get the heal off and heal them up further. After Quicksilver goes, well, we're going to hope that this doesn't stun us, because they did use the Lariat. And it didn't, and my counterattack finished them, so that's one reason why we used the Infiltrator there. Now, we did evade some of his hits with Mirror Images. And now it's time to use the scroll. We're going to go ahead and remove that stuff, whatever we can, from Rescue. And then we're going to use the Signpost. And then Hard Knocks on Rescue. And we're going to hope that we do enough damage to finish her. We do not want her to cast a heal. And we were able to take her out. So now it's just down to their agent, and we pretty much have this one wrapped up. We're going to hit him with a Bruiser because that's going to cause us to be enraged. And she's going to do a lot more damage. So you can probably guess we're going to switch over to Scrapper. And we're going to use her last ability. So here comes a Plasma Blast. And I did 23,000 and finished the agent. Now we're going to move on to the very last battle. Once again, it's against the Kitty Pryde and Phoenix combination. And like I said, I see this combination so much that I just pretty much had to put it in the video twice. Now this team is slightly different, and they're a little more powerful. He has some really good bonuses. So we're going to show you what we do, and we'll explain it as we do it. So there, what we did was we casted Hologram Array right away. Then we switched over and used Defense Array. And that's because she got first turn, so there's no need to use the heal yet. Now here we go. We evade the first attack. Now they do have War Frenzy, but here comes another evasion on Lockheed. So you can see Mirror Images already helped us evade two pretty powerful attacks. Fortunately for this guy, he has the Blaster Phoenix. So that is going to make this a little bit more easier than if he would have had the Infiltrator. And you see what the Tactician Phoenix can do to a Blaster once again. She takes her down, 2/3 of her health gone first turn. So we'll probably finish her the next round. There goes a Signpost. And since we don't want to finish Phoenix and cause Phoenix Fire, and we can't hit Shadowcat yet, we're going to hit their agent like that. Now there goes that Mind Link, so it's basically a wasted turn, because I'm just going to remove that with the scroll. And this is why I say she's a liability on defense. For everyone, myself included. So with Omega Sentinel, we can't go the Scrapper and hit their Bruiser agent, because that would cause them to be enraged. So if we're going to attack them, we're going to have to attack him as a Tactician. Now you may wonder, why did I target Shadowcat? And that's because Mind Link was on her. And I did not want her to protect. So I targeted her purposely, knowing that the agent had the mace equipped. So he was going to protect her. So that's why I targeted Shadowcat, knowing that the Bruiser agent would take the hit. And that's exactly who I wanted to take the hit. Now when it's my agent's turn again, I'll show you what you do. First, there you see another evade sneak in. And that's the only reason that sneak attack was able to hit me. Mirror Images was worn off. Otherwise, she would have 99% of the time, every time I've seen it, missed that attack. So Omega would still be fine. Instead, she did do a ton of damage to her, because that's what she's capable of doing. But normally, she would miss that because Mirror Images would still be on you at that point. So now you see Phoenix is almost gone. We're going to use the scroll. We're going to remove Strike from the Shadows. and Mind Link. Then we're going to finish Phoenix with a Signpost. Okay, now that Phoenix is gone, we don't have to worry about Phoenix Fire. And we're going to use Hotshot since Kitty Pryde came out of phased. She gets the combat reflexes, but let's see if we get any stuns. It doesn't look like we stunned anyone. But that's okay, that was still probably the best way to do it, to save the Hotshot until she came out of phased. Now with Omega, we're going to go ahead and switch to Tactician, use Hologram Array. Now we all have mirror images once again, just in case. And we're going to go ahead and use Neural Disruptors on their agent. Now this rarely happens, but it's funny whenever they attack their own teammate. And I have seen it happen a few times, but I don't use that ability that often. So there's Warbringer Axe, and we were able to avoid it once again. But Shadow Kick did hit. But that's fine, it didn't kill anyone. And the cool thing is that Omega Sentinel actually procced her ability, Helios Protocol, and that rarely happens, so it's cool to see that. We finished Kitty Pryde with Phoenix, and it's just their agent and he barely has any health, so Signpost will finish it. Well, I guess not, that's right, he does have the mace equipped, so he's going to take a couple extra hits, but we got Omega coming up with 2 more and that'll be fine. We'll just hit him with, whatever first ability we pick, and that'll take him out. So that's how you win against a pretty tough opponent. So there you have it. I broke into the Adamantium League, and I've been holding around that point. As of earlier today, I was at 0.33%. So I'm in the running for Red Hulk, and hopefully I can hold on. I hope you guys have a chance to get Red Hulk as well. I wish you all the best. I want to thank everyone for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And stay tuned for further news and new videos that are going to be coming to my channel this week. Until next time, good luck and take care.